Husky Fat Promotions.
For those that know astrology, is a Scorpio.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Scorpio myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
November 1st.
November 12th here, so.
Are you for real?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's why we clack, bro.
That's right.
Right. Nobody gets it. You know
I
what
know.
mean?
No one.
Yeah. It's that natural anger you get to let out when you're in that ring, man.
Yeah, exactly. We got Arath Vasquez coming into the ring now.
Nice trunks, by the way. He's got good sponsorship. You can tell that much.
yeah.
Out of our red corner, Mr. Webster.
But you know what? I bring that up because that's huge. Selling yourself. That's what McGregor did for his whole career. He sold himself. He was able to get the backing that he needed. And the minute that he met Dana White, Dana knew what he had in his hands. So when I see Trunks, I see a guy who's well-liked and sells himself very well, Emmanuel.
Well, as an amateur fighter, I tell my amis, you have to start promoting yourself and getting sponsors at the beginning of your career. You cannot wait until you turn pro. There's a lot of people out there that want to help out and think it's cool to help out a fighter, especially when a fighter is dedicated to the craft. So you have to start early. That way, when you turn pro, you have all these guys backing you, and the popularity just goes from there.
What was your approach in terms of marketing yourself and getting those sponsorships?
You got to get out there and network. You know, it's part of the job. You got to get some papers printed out. You got to go out there and knock the doors. When I say knock doors, go to businesses, ask for the owner, talk to the owners, show them videos of your fights if you have any past fights, show them videos of your training. Get these guys excited.
Number 4 tonight is an amateur kickboxing bout. It's scheduled for 3 rounds at 2 minutes apiece in the 140-pound division. Fighting out in the blue corner is an MMA veteran making his kickboxing debut from Arlington, Texas, representing Arlington Muay Thai. Please welcome Arath Vasquez. And fighting out of the GAF Roofing and ABC Supply red corner tonight, making his second appearance, bringing a 1-0 record representing Killing Bees of Edmond, Mr. Webster!
Round number 1. Here we go. We've been seeing a lot of debuts tonight. We'll see how this one turns out. It looks like, again, good trunks. Again, I'm seeing 2 guys who are very good at marketing themselves at the ground level. And here we go. It is on. Kick Me, I'm Irish. We are live in Edmond, Oklahoma. I'm Drew Duncan. He's Emmanuel Rivera. You've seen him fight at Bellator. I tell you what, Emmanuel, this one, I think we're going to see a little bit more speed in this fight.
I think not only speed, I think we're going to see some talent getting caught low a little bit. Webster, it always sucks to get caught low early. Kind of throws the rhythm off, but I've heard a lot about Webster and his hands. You know, I've talked to some of his coaches and his cornermen, and they're very impressed with his speed and his technique with his hands. We'll see how it translates over to the kickboxing.
Well, and one of the big things with that is, and this is something that a lot of people don't know, snapping your punch, throwing with the shoulder, Emmanuel, especially at this level, because it is 100% stand-up.
Absolutely. I always tell my fighters, you know, your hands have to be like whips. You got to go out there and snap it. You cannot push your punches, and these guys are doing really great. You know, showing a lot of technique here, especially for amateur fighters.
Oh, good shot! Caught him clean there, and Vasquez acknowledged it, but he returned the favor. That's for sure. Now here we go. Couple of shots, and these guys are getting dirty on the inside.
Referee breaking him up. You can only tie for a very small amount of time, and they get separated. But landing a beautiful head kick was Vasquez. Oh.
There it is, another clean shot.
I think that's what Webster needs to do is whenever Vasquez throws some kicks, he's got to be able to go in there and throw punches to make Vasquez think twice about throwing those kicks.
Well, and that's one of the things that you got to watch out for. Blows to the back of the head. Obviously, we've seen tragic stories with that. It's so hard sometimes, though, man, when you find yourself and you're just being reactionary in those situations. Obviously, you don't want to hurt a guy, but it's so hard to contain yourself in those moments.
Well, but Webster showed some some good sportsmanship there, and was able to just kind of back off, knowing that he was going to land in the back of the head.
10 seconds to go, round number 1, and it is over. Tough round to call. Who do you give it to, Emmanuel?
Man, that was a tough one. I think that Webster landed some better shots to the head with his punching. Vasquez landed some nice kicks, but I think I'm going to have to give that to Webster.
What are you telling Vasquez right now?
I'm telling Vasquez, you got to get more kick heavy. You got to go to the legs, you got to go to the body, and go to the head. He did land one nice head kick, but he has to be setting that up with some leg shots and some body shots and then go up top.
What are you telling Webster right now?
I think I tell Webster to keep that pressure like he did the first round. He's got to be able to not let Vasquez throw those kicks without Webster firing some shots down the middle. He's got to let Vasquez think twice about throwing those.
In terms of dictating the pace, who do you think is doing a better job right now?
Well, Webster's moving very, very well. He's controlling the ring very well, circling very well. Vasquez seems to be a little more aggressive most time, but they're both showing some great techniques. Again, it's great to see amateurs come out here and shows technique like pros.
Oh, a couple of good shots right there, putting the pressure on, and you could see ill-timed Vasquez trying to maintain some distance there with that kick, but it just doesn't seem like he's able to connect clean a whole lot. Great defense from Webster.
Well, Webster's doing exactly what he needs to do. Like I said, if I was a corner, I would tell him every time Vasquez kicks, you got to go throw down the middle, and that's exactly what he's doing.
No shots landing there at all to the glove. Very calculated, and all of his movements is what it looks to me like from Webster, Emmanuel.
Webster, man, having good footwork and good explosions down the middle. Vasquez really, ooh.
Clean shot there with a right.
You can see Vasquez, obviously a heavier kicker. Webster showing his hands a little more than Vasquez. We've seen this last couple fights where someone is a little more heavy on the kicks.
One thing I'm seeing, though, from Webster is when he connects, he has a tendency to back away a little bit. What are you looking at there? Because to me, I look for the killer instinct, go in and finish it.
Yeah, I know, but he hasn't landed and hurt Vasquez really, so I think he's doing the right thing right now. Obviously, it's not a long fight, so it's kind of a tough thing to call there. You got to put pressure, but also be careful coming in, especially when Vasquez is throwing those head kicks.
A little bit of a roll over there. Neither one of those are going to count. Nice little 1-2, though, from Webster, just kind of minding his time, picking his spots. It seems like when I'm watching this kid, he's thinking pro level already.
I'm telling you, man, these guys are showing great skill for amateurs. I see some debuts or one fight, beautiful left hook by Webster.
Ooh. There it is again, nice counter. And round at number 2, boy, I tell you what, round number 2 comes to an end. Right now, I've got a 2-0 Webster.
Absolutely. I think that Webster's landing the cleaner shots up top. Vasquez is nice with the kicks, but he's not landing them flush. Webster's doing a great job, whether it's catching him on the glove or moving out of the way.
Round at number 2 officially in the books. Look, we've only got one more to go. I think at this point, maybe you're probably telling Webster you don't have to do a whole lot. Just kind of move around, land a couple shots. You're in control of the fight.
Absolutely. I think he needs to move around, pick his jab, and really explode when Vasquez throws those kicks, just like Webster's been doing. But I think that, like we said earlier, if you want to make an impression, come out and finish that fight.
On the other hand, you've got Vasquez. I think in order to win this fight, you think his guys are telling him, look, you're going to need a knockout?
Yeah, I think they have to be telling them that you, as a cornerman, you have to be truthful with your fighter. And I think he is down 2-0.
Round number 3 is on. Let's see what he makes of it. Webster's staying aggressive here. Gets to the inside again off that counter. As you may mention, when he tries to lead with the foot, boy, Vasquez just, I don't want to use the word sloppy, but as the fight has gone on, we've clearly seen, I think, who the more prepared fighter is.
Well, he's not setting up his kicks with the punches. He's throwing naked kicks, which are easier to read from Webster. That's why he's catching them on the gloves or moving out of the way from them. If I was Vasquez's corner, I would tell him, you got to set the kicks up with the punches. You cannot go in there and throw the naked kicks.
Trying to get in some heavy knee shots, but Webster not backing down, coming over the top himself with a few blows. Webster doing a really good job. Seems like regardless of whether he's in the clinch or not, staying active.
Yeah, they're both staying really active. Again, we see Vasquez, not setting anything up with the punches. You have to set those kicks up. If not, Webster has great defense and is catching them on the elbows or on the gloves.
We're getting close to the end here of round number 3. I think Vasquez has got to make something happen quick, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of urgency from him, though.
Beautiful left hook by Webster there. Was able to put Vasquez on the back of his toes there, on the back of his heels, rather. Webster, man, I think doing a great job exploding. But Vasquez, man, you see him. He's throwing those kicks with nothing behind him. And Webster capitalizing on that.
Well, I feel like if I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, is there another round? Because there's just no urgency to me coming from Vasquez.
100%. He's got to get in there and land those combos. You see Webster landing those punches a lot cleaner.
In the last 10 seconds of this fight, that's when he seemed to amp up just too little too late, I think.
Absolutely.
Would you say Webster 3-0?
100%. I think Webster 3-0. Vasquez corner was giving him the urgency to finish and keep going, yelling at him to go, go, go. But, it's easier said than done.
Well, and you and I have not really seen eye to eye with the judges tonight. So I guess we'll see how this thing plays out. But
I'll be very surprised if they don't give it to Webster. I won't be mad if they give Vasquez 1 round, but I think if I was a judge, I was giving Webster all 3 rounds.
Maybe what, round 3?
Maybe, nah. I don't know. Yeah, that's tough to say. Maybe round 1. Yeah. Probably not. Actually, 3 rounds to nothing. Webster is what I would have definitely given.
Well, and one of the things that's always difficult when you're a corner man is, look, you left it in the hands of the judges. I mean, what do you tell a guy after a loss like that?
We go and look at the video and we assess the changes that we need to have, because I think Vasquez is a great kicker, but he was not setting anything up. And whenever you kick, you're a little off balance, so Webster was taking advantage of that.
We're just waiting right now for Matt Ems to come in. Should be 3-0. Favor ups Webster. Guys, I am Drew Duncan. He's Emmanuel Rivera. We're live in Edmond, Oklahoma for Kick Me, I'm Irish, going to a really good cause. Everything that is bought tonight in terms of alcohol goes to helps Cleats for Kids. Emmanuel brought in a pair of his cleats.
Yep.
How can people help out with Cleats for Kids, Emmanuel?
Man, come and bring some, lightly used cleats. I had some cleats laying around with my nephew, so I brought them down.
Well, here goes Matt Ems with the official decision.
All right, how about that, guys? How about that? Can I get a little bit of love for these guys up here? These guys are moving all out of your entertainment tonight. Please show them some love. All right. Judge Michael Scott scored this 29-28 for Mr. Vasquez. Judge Gary Reeder scored this 29-28 for Mr. Webster. Judge Chris Ritter scored this 29-28 for split decision for Mr. Vasquez out of the blue corner.
I think
I don't know. I don't know if they.
Did he read the name on there wrong?
They did the first time.
Husky Fat Promotions.